All right, good morning, good morning, good morning, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed your weekend and that you are ready for the week. So, as usual, kindly tell us your name and where you're joining us from. Kindly tell us your name and where you are joining us from. This week, we're going to be direct for people that have someone 95 so that they can go to their jobs almost in time. Almost in time. So the usual things we do is to analyze the market for the week, analyze the market for the week. So last week we had a very decent sell on this guy, but the point still remains the point that even though, even though you have your bias straight, you don't have to be how do I put it now? You don't have to be biased without risk. You don't have to be biased without direction. You don't have to be like you don't have to just wake up and say, no, my bias is this. That's what I'm going to do. Blah blah blah. No, that's not the way it is. Your bias is your ideal trade direction that you follow. It's not just there for aesthetics. It's not just there um for for games. It's there for something. It's there for something. So that is now when you say, okay, I want to do this, I want to do that, and then you follow suit and do it. Simple. So having said that, the first trade you are looking out for this week is USD card. Is USD card. So USD card is was bearish last week, and this week is trying to change tough, trying to change course as per changing the way it's being done before, changing stuff, changing, taking out all the highs, and that simply means I'm no longer going where you want me to go. You don't need any soothsayer to tell you that. You don't need anybody to tell you this guy is changing, trying to change stuff. So as you can see, it is now headed to the other direction. So now, what are you looking out for? Nothing. Just have to relax, allow this guy take it off clearly, and then you can now say, okay, are we selling? Are we coming back to this place to start selling, or what? But for now, just stay and look this guy. And even if you want to take a trade from this guy, it's going to be a buy trade. As per when this one has been taken out, you can now look for any re-entries from this point and take. But for now, not going to be dropping anything from this guy. It's just nothing for all this week. It's just nothing. Because looking at it clearly, it seems that price reacted from this FPG here and bought upwards. But you're not just thinking, you are using what you saw to determine whether or not anything is going to be done. So using that as perspective to check our move, you can see that from this place, from this fair value gap that is here, that's where these guys tapped from and then bought. So you can't just wake up and say, oh, I don't know what's happening here, I don't know what's happening here. You know, just that you didn't pay attention to the price action and know when and when not to attack. But I'm not saying you should dead your plan, you should throw away everything you know and start doing this, start doing that. No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. What I said was simple. Follow the plan like you should, not just blindly. You don't just follow the plan blindly. Follow it nicely. And then at the end of the day, you see the reasons why the things that happened. You're following data, not vibes. You're following data, not vibes. So having said that, there's nothing for me on USD card for this week. I'll just let it slide. The second one is GBP USD. GBP USD. I said it last week that this guy has taken out this low. The place is headed now is clearly this low here. So what do? You can't just say, I'm waiting to this low to be taken out. No. Once you've seen it, go back to your 1 hour time frame. And from that 1 hour time frame, you start checking if from that 1 hour time frame, you start checking whether or not you can see entries from your positions. From that 1 hour entry, you start seeing entry from your positions. So for GU, is bearish, but the thing now is how to enter. So, sorry, I got a message. So, how do you now attack in this guy, whether a buy or a sell or whatever? Remember, from the 4 hours, you're looking at what you're trying to do here, and it's making sense to you and all that. But at the end of the day, what are you checking for? What are you checking for? How you ask yourself at the end of the day, what are you checking for? What are you checking for at the end of the day? Just understand what you're checking for. Once you understood that, you're already off more than how many percent of people. So that is that. What are you looking out for now? You know that this guy is bearish. You know he's headed for this place. You know that already. So what is that thing you're looking out for? What you're looking out for now is break of structure, liquidity, POI. There's a break of structure here from this place. All the small ones. This is, if you open it well, this is already a liquidity for you. This guy here. And from this place, you can see a clear order block. A clear order block to sell from. So if you're selling from here, this is your SL here or just here. And then because you're swinging, because we're not dropping this trade for just now, we are swinging this position. So this is 7R. So from 5R, you're decent, you're good to go, and that is okay. But if you now say, okay, how am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? That is now up to you. But for this trade, it is clearly a sell price. So from that place now, you now know once price comes back to this place, you're shorting, shorting it down to this place. So that is my own view for this guy. That's my own view for this guy. So I'm gonna drop it on the group. I'm gonna drop it on the group. So let me drop this one first. Let me drop this one first. No. GBP USD sell by. So the next one is GBP NZD. Oh, I said this thing the other time that this guy is obviously heading to this place, but it's simple. I can't just say, "Oh, now you guys should go and buy. You guys should go and buy." No, I'm not going to say that. What I'm going to say is wait for price to give you a very good reason to start selling. Wait for price to tell you a very good reason to start selling, because I think this is just, for me, is a is a what is it now? Is accumulating. This is the range, because this guy is supposed to take out this low. He didn't, and he's coming back. Coming back to do what? I don't know. So from this place, you can say you can look for a sell. But remember, a sell, break of structure, all these things here, liquidity and price came back here. You can just write it down to 3R, not just to anywhere, just 3R. You're okay. 3R, you're okay. But as you know already, this guy takes weeks to get to TP. It takes weeks to get to TP. So if you want to do that, welcome to the ride. If you want to do that, welcome to the ride. But then everything I said is already clean. So if price comes back here, you can go in and take 1:3 and out. You don't have to sleep in the market, just 1:3 and out. GBP NZD. The next one is USDJPY. USDJPY. Like I said, this guy is going to this place, whether he likes it or not. So we're just looking for a re-entry and we shoot. A re-entry and we shoot. Nothing serious. Just re-entry and boom. Re-entry and boom. So as you can see, structurally, there's a break here that is very clear. The break that was very clear. Price broke it here, gave liquidity and came down and reacted from this guy. And boom, sold off. Bought off, sorry. And then there's a break here. Liquidity here. Pricing come back. I cannot say this because this is liquidity. This one go to 30 minutes time frame. So break here, all this in liquidity. So if it's this one, it's not clear to me, because even if it is, it still mitigated the liquidity. I'm not going down more than 30 minutes. It still mitigated the liquidity, so no. So which one now after these ones is clear for takeoff? Another break of structure, liquidity, Is this POI? No. So all these things here, I want them to be taken out. I want them to be taken out. For me to get any solid buy, I wait for this place. For any solid buy, I wait for this place. Yes, this place is solid for me. So from here, we are going up. We are going up. The reason why I set my stop loss so that it will not happen so fast. So to that place, yeah. So that's why my stop loss is there. It's there for a reason. Where is this trade? Good. So now we are still headed to this place, but now we're doing it with sense. You're not doing it with your sense trash. You're doing it with sense. If you're risking $100, $50, $20, $1,000, you are doing it with sense, not without sense. You have a reason why you're buying from here. One of these things has been taken out. From here, boom, you can buy. So good. So from here, we're fine. From here, we're fine. So USD, JPY, buyers. That's the third one for the day. And the last one, GBP card. What have we been looking on this GBP card? What has it been telling us? That we are good, we are bearish, but we are bearish over. I never ready to sell. Oh. That's what he's saying in essence. We are bearish, but I'm not ready to sell. And if you look, those are different things for you to look out for. Those are different things for you to look out for. We are bearish, but I'm not ready. So make it make sense. You're not ready, but you're bearish. So the own is to make it ready. Look out for the things that when you see, that once you see it, you're good. That is the only way you can make something out from this skinny, from this guy. Because if you watch now, our target has been smashed without touching this place. So the same thing matters. The same POI. The same POI, because this one has already been missed and price fell and left. So this one now wasn't with this here, wasn't taken out. So the same thing again. The same thing again. Nothing changes. The same thing again. The same thing again. Just here and here. It's not even up to 3R. It's not to 3R. So there's no need. I'll reduce it. Yes. From here it's good. So that's it. From that same place, it's going down to this place, but let's first things first. It's now here. So here. First things first. So 1 hour. That's it. That's it. Here, here, and we go. GBP card. Sell buyers. So that's it. That's it for today. We have sell buyers on GBP card. We have buy buyers on USD JPY. We have a sell bias for GBP NZD. We have a sell bias for GBP USD, and we have a nothing on USD card. So that's how it's going to be for the week. And talking about the news that we trade for the week, the news that we have for the week. The news that we have for the week are simple. The news we have for the week are pretty simple. They are pretty simple. Today we have New York Empire State Manufacturing Index. That should be at New York session 2:30. I'll be 12:30. I'll be 1:30 rather. So we have that at the time. So let me just show you guys. Let me just show you guys. We have that for today at 1:30. And tomorrow, same. Let me just show it. Oh, go. So good. So today, like I said, New York Empire State. Tomorrow, ADP employment, same time. Jesus. Oh God. So on Wednesday, there's PPI, there's FOMC, Jesus. There's Fed interest rate cut, there's Fed conference. On Wednesday will be crazy in New York sections. So just be careful, be careful, be careful. FOMC is a crazy news event. So be careful, look out for Wednesday. So Thursday is the normal jobless claims, initial jobless claims, continuing jobless claims. It's still a volatile Thursday with house and whatever. So, oh, thank God, Fed chair is on Saturday, so market will not be open. So, well, we are expecting to see a massive volatility once the market opens on Sunday. That is for next week. That is for next week because with all this rate cuts and Fed chair speaking on Saturday, it's going to obviously affect the market when it opens on Sunday. So be mindful of Wednesday, FOMC, and Thursday, initial jobless claims. So that is what you should look out for. And make sure you are always there. Good morning, Emeka. Good morning. Good morning. You're just joining. For you to understand what we just said, you have to go back and rewatch the live. I've already analyzed all the pairs we have for the week, and I've dropped them already on the Telegram channel. So just go back and rewatch them. But for the sake of, I have 2 minutes left, and let me just run it by you. Let me just run it for you again, so you can clearly see it. Let me just run it for you again, so you can see it. So for the first trade this week, there's nothing that we're seeing on USD card. Of course, we have buy sells last week, but now the buyers are now under control, so we have to allow them to do their thing. So for the next trade, we are on sell. We've been selling GBP USD since last week, and now I dropped this sell on the live. This particular sell, I dropped it on the live, and I'm in the trade. I'm not just taking trades that I don't drop trade I don't take. I'm currently on this trade, and it is going well. To be honest, it is going really well, really, really well. So 0.09, right? It's really going well, really well. So there's also another trade on GBP NZD. It's a sell trade. I dropped it in this morning, and it is going well. So your job is to just wait around it, set your limit at this point. If price comes back, glory be to God. If it didn't come back, it's a missed trade for you. So that is for GBP NZD. And then we have USD We've been buying this guy for God knows when, since February, since like we February 18th buying the guy. So he's been buying, and this is our target. If you go from 4-hour time frame, you see the projections and the reason why we are buying to those regions. So it's already stated there. So you have, this one you're still early in the game. So just set your limit and wait for price to come to your entry. Because for the fact this guy are picking out this one, it means it's coming to this region. So having said that, this is a very solid 7% trade if you're risking 1% of your capital. So this one is for USDJPY. And finally, we have the GBP card. The GBP card is also a trade that I am very, very comfortable with, because it has been bearish for God knows how long. We're selling this guy from this top. January 27, we've been bearish. Anytime I try to buy, I hit sell, and then we turn bearish, 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 bearish. So now we're just waiting for price to come back and tap us here to this region, and then to this region, because on our overall outlook, this guy is bearish. Like you're seeing, it is bearish. So after this one has been taken out, which you saw here, this one has been taken out here, and then next place is this, next place is this, next place, all the lows will be coming for them one by one till we see a market structure shift. If we didn't see a shift, our bias continues to be our bias. Our bias continues to our bias. So this is me running down everything for you again. This is me running back everything for you again. So I cannot go deep into how they are gotten. Just go back to the video again and then watch it again. So that is it. And when you join me is what I'm talking about, the news events that we have for the week. I already said that Wednesday and Thursday are the Fed chair and the FOMC. So those times, and they're all New York sessions. So once it's 12 p.m., 1 p.m., 2 p.m., 3 p.m., On this video description, you see the community on Telegram. Join there and see all the trades. They are all there. That is where I post the link. That is where I do everything that has to do with this channel. Like I said, everything we are doing on this channel is free. But the only thing that is not free is when you want more from me. So, like you now, you asked, do I look at USD pairs? I did, but I cannot look at your pairs. You tell me unless I feel the need to do it for you guys on the live here. Then I will check on the pairs that you trade for yourself. But we are keeping some things. We are trying to be a disciplined people, disciplined traders that have few things to look at, few things. So if I don't see any setup on these trades, I cannot go outside them, because it's what you know, what you see often, you resonate with. What you see often, you resonate with. So if today I'm looking at all these pairs and the next day I'll go and add more pairs, there's no way you tell me in hell that I know what is happening around all the pairs I'm trading. No. That's why I minimize it. If you're a newbie self, I tell you to start with 3 pairs, 3 or 2 pairs, because you cannot know what's happening everywhere. But for me, I trade gold, so I can tell you what gold is doing even when you wake me from the sleep. That is how you should be. Remember, your aim is to make money from trading, not just to know the market, not to be a very good analyzer, but shishi, get. So don't be that person that you are good with analyzing everything, but at the end of the day, no money to back up those things you're doing. So I believe this had made decent points for you guys. So set your limits, always risk appropriately. Don't say counselor said this, counselor said that. You now go and throw away your risk management. Please, sir, don't throw away risk management. It is there for a reason. Don't throw it away. It is there for a reason, please. It is there for a reason. Don't throw it away. So without further questions, we'll now call it an end for today. So everything we did today, we're going to still come back on Friday to review them on this same channel at 9 p.m. At 9 p.m. So if you come here on Monday, you're going to understand what Friday looks like. If you come here on Friday, you're not going to understand it because you didn't come on Monday. So this thing is what we do every Monday, 8 a.m., every Friday, 9 p.m. things, everything that is by the book. If you do everything by the book, achieve profitability, keep your risk management intact, keep your psychology intact. If your trade has met all your bucket list, all your confluences, everything has been met, take your trade. You don't have to be biased. Do I take this trade? Do I not? Do I do this? Do I do that? No. Once this trade met everything you're looking for, take your trade. What's the worst that can happen? You lose 1%, you lose 5%. That is the worst that can happen. But I've talked about this in severally. If you're trading a prop account, if you are trading a prop account, never go above 1%. Never go above 1%. Even if the trade come from Elon Musk, don't go above 1%. That is the only way you save your account for the damage that is in your head. Have a good day. Enjoy the rest of it.